She's my sunshine in the rain, my Tylenol when I'm in pain, yeah. Let me tell you what she means to me. Like a tall glass of lemonade when it's burning hot on summer days, yeah. She's exactly what I need, oh. She's soothing like the ocean rushing on the sand. She takes care of me, baby. She helps me be a better man. She's so beautiful. Sometimes I stop and close my eyes. She's exactly what I need, oh. She's my smile when I'm feeling blue, my good night's sleep when the day is through, yeah. Let me tell you what she means to me, oh. She's kinda like this. She's kinda like the feeling after your first kiss, except that every day she makes me feel like this. She's exactly what I need, oh yeah. She's soothing like the ocean rushing on the sand. She takes care of me, baby. She helps me be a better man. She's so beautiful. Sometimes I stop and close my eyes. She's exactly what I need. She's soothing like the ocean rushing on the sand. She takes care of me, baby. She helps me be a better man. She's so beautiful. Sometimes I stop and close my eyes. She's exactly what I need.
The first award we will be presenting this evening is Accolade, the Chancelor's Diversity Award. The Accolade Award recognizes a rising senior whose academic achievement and participation in extracurricular activities have contributed to the diversification of the Vanderbilt student body. This year's recipient has been on the leadership team of multiple organizations, including the E-Council and the South Asian Cultural Exchange. During their tenure as an executive board member of the South Asian Cultural Exchange, this student helped to bring different student groups together to engage in thoughtful dialogue. Some notable events include a discussion about colorism between the Association of Latin American Students and the South Asian Cultural Exchange, and a conversation about diversity in the workplace with the E-Council, Society of Hispanic Engineers, the National Society of Black Engineers, Out in Engineering, and the Society of Women Engineers. At all turns, this student has attempted to foster community that breaks out of their respective shells and works to discuss the problem it faces together. Please join me in congratulating the 2021 recipient of the Accolade Award, Shubham Gulati.
Amani is Swahili for the word faith. Funded by the Bishop Joseph Johnson Black Cultural Center, the Amani Award recognizes a graduating senior who has continually been an integral part of campus life and has demonstrated an outstanding capacity for leadership and devotion to Vanderbilt. This year's recipient of the Amani Award took on the challenge of diversifying the Women in Business organization at Vanderbilt by recruiting more women of color, international students, and students from a variety of majors in order to elevate voices that have been historically underrepresented within the organization. With these changes, The organization resoundingly agreed that the changes led to the most valuable workshops, accomplished speakers, and diverse group of women in the business organization. Please join me in congratulating Sam Merrick. Congratulations.
The Glenn and Elizabeth Bogich Award is given annually to a Vanderbilt undergraduate or graduate student who has best demonstrated a strong commitment to campus recreational programs and by example and leadership has inspired participation and sportsmanlike conduct in these activities. The recipient of this award will have their name engraved on a plaque displayed in the Student Recreation Center. This year's recipient of the Glenn and Elizabeth Bogich Award is an executive member of the Vanderbilt Figure Skating Club and a competitive figure skater. During her time at Vanderbilt, this student has worked with Centennial Sportsplex to allocate time for Vanderbilt figure skaters. In addition to creating opportunities for skaters, this student also stated that her favorite thing was connecting with new skaters and watching their faces light up when they were able to catch on to a new move. In addition to her work with the Vanderbilt Figure Skating Club, the student has also refereed for multiple intramural sports at Vanderbilt. Given her commitment to campus recreational programs, we are proud to award the Glenn and Elizabeth Bogich Award to Lauren Wong.
The Laura Groves White Award, given by the Office of the Dean of Students, recognizes a current undergraduate student who has dedicated their time at Vanderbilt for advocating for underrepresented and marginalized communities. This student should be one who has demonstrated courage and resilience in the face of troubling circumstances and a willingness to humbly promote the betterment of the Vanderbilt community. The 2021 recipient has demonstrated courage throughout her commitment to advocating for underrepresented students. As the president of Vanderbilt's chapter of the NAACP, this student wrote a solidarity letter with the school's victims of sexual assault, particularly in solidarity with the many of the Black femmes who spoke up about their experiences. We want to recognize this student for speaking up on behalf of underrepresented students and advocating for social change on Vanderbilt's campus. Please join us in congratulating Virginia Richards. Congratulations.
Established in 1994, the McGill Awards are given to two academically accomplished first-year students with gentle bearing and strong character, who have shown kindness and respect for all others, and who have established qualities of leadership. Award winners have demonstrated academic accomplishment and leadership in creating a more welcoming campus for all. Our first recipient of the McGill Awards has demonstrated both leadership and kindness through their work with Vanderbilt UNICEF. Through UNICEF, the student helped initiate a program known as Vandy Pals, which is a pen pal initiative among Vanderbilt students and low-income middle school students in Nashville. The student has also developed fundraisers to provide sustainable growth in rural Indian elementary schools, Shamel, Basaria. Our second recipient of the McGill Award holds positions as Hank Ingram's House Programming and Advisory Council Service Commissioner, a City BU board member, a Next Steps tutor, and a staff writer at the Vanderbilt Hustler. Their leadership has allowed them to foster connections for students within and outside the Vanderbilt bubble, and to cultivate a welcoming environment for all student groups at Vanderbilt. Congratulations to our second McGill Award recipient, Rachael Perrotta. Established in 1960 by Lizzie Allen McGill, this award is presented in memory of her husband, John T. McGill. This award is presented to a McGill Hall resident who has established qualities of leadership, as well as being a good student of gentle bearing. Award winners have actively participated in the McGill Project, achieved academically, and demonstrated leadership in creating a more welcoming campus for all. And this year's recipient has done just that. As a 4-year member of Lambda Executive Board, this student has worked to ensure that members of the LGBTQ community at Vanderbilt who are BIPOC feel like they could call the organization home. Additionally, the student has spent their time at Vanderbilt advocating for a more accessible campus for wheelchair users and students with disabilities. They have participated in panels for Black students to share their experiences with anti-Blackness at Vanderbilt, and has committed their experience at Vanderbilt to advocating for students from traditionally underrepresented and marginalized populations. please help me congratulate this year's recipient of the McGill Residential Project Member Award, Oluwatobi Odungunwa. Established in 1994, the McGill Upper Class Award is given to an upper class student of strong character for academic accomplishment and leadership in creating open and honest dialogue about complex and controversial issues. The award winner's efforts have led to an increased understanding of other students' needs and a more civil campus. This year's recipient of the McGill Upper Class Award is being recognized for their work with the South Asian Cultural Exchange and Sassy Speaks program. The student developed Sassy Speaks, a series of discussions about the South Asian identity, which is led by students and faculty, with the purpose of fostering critical dialogue about topics relating to South Asian culture and the diaspora. They have planned various events addressing a wide range of topics, including the intersection of the South Asian and LGBTQ+ identities, dating and relationships in South Asian communities, and the similarities and differences between South Asian and Caribbean cuisines. Needless to say, the student has gone above and beyond in creating an open and honest dialogue about complex issues. Congratulations to Abhi Nathan, this year's recipient of the McGill Upper Class Award.
The Nora C. Chaffin Scholarship was established in 1956 by the Women's Student Government Association in appreciation of the former Dean of Women's 20 years of service to Vanderbilt women students. The recipient of this year's award has displayed service to the university through their role as president of the Undergraduate Honor Council. This student has been on the council for 3 years and contributed hundreds of hours to ensure that students are given a fair outcome. As president, they are responsible for presiding over Honor Council hearings, delivering outcomes, managing the executive board, and overseeing campus programming. Please help me in congratulating the recipient of the Nora C. Chaffin Scholarship, Tanya Tejani.
Reverend Beverly A. Asbury is an outstanding person who served Vanderbilt University with honor and distinction for nearly 30 years as chaplain, director of religious affairs, and as an adjunct professor at the university's Divinity School. This year's recipient has held leadership roles on the Vanderbilt Interfaith Council since they arrived on campus as a first-year student. They served as the first-year representative, as vice president in their sophomore year, and as president in their junior year. Colleagues of the recipient describe them as a person of high character, kind, mature, curious, thoughtful, articulate, professional, warm, caring, and trustworthy. Please join me in congratulating the recipient of the Reverend Beverly A. Asbury Award, Madellyn Roche.
All too frequently, we perceive ourselves as existing in isolation, in denial of the community around us. In doing so, we devalue the component of community that has the potential to make us great, the humanity we share with one another. A great community enriches all of us by making us see beyond ourselves, sometimes saving lives, sometimes negotiating a successful path from divergent ideas, or even catapulting us over common obstacles to an overlooked solution. This award celebrates singular actions or ripples in the pond that create connections, acknowledge our humanity, and thereby advance our community, one-to-one, group-to-group, inside to outside. This year's recipient of the Ripple in the Pond Award has made strides toward providing high-quality tutoring for students from low-income backgrounds. This student's work as president of Bright Path's founding chapter at Vanderbilt has seen the creation of over 100 student tutor pairs and has gained attention from the Metro Nashville school system as well as the Biden administration. Currently, this student is working to create Bright Path chapters at other top 20 universities and expand the benefits of the organization to students outside the Metro Nashville area. Please help me in congratulating this year's Ripple in the Pond Award recipient, Adam Geffner.
The Robert Peter Pratt Memorial Award was established at Vanderbilt University in 1991 to honor Robert Peter Pratt, Associate Director of Undergraduate Admissions and longtime leader in promoting diversity within the student population.
This award is presented annually to a Chancellor Scholar of junior or senior standing whose accomplishments best exemplify Robert Peter Pratt's commitment to diversity and unity, leadership and cooperation, warmth and openness, and unselfish service to others. The recipient of the Robert Peter Pratt Memorial Award has demonstrated their commitment to diversity and unity through their work with VSG's Diversity and Inclusion Committee by developing initiatives in response to student feedback, like providing translated versions of the parent handbook to support international students and their families, and encouraging leaders to speak with LGBTQ, BIPOC, low-income, and other minority students about the changes they wish to see on campus. By stressing the importance of listening and implementing solutions in response, they spark conversations in and between organizations about how they could better support students from diverse backgrounds. Congratulations to this year's Robert Peter Pratt Memorial Award recipient, Stephanie Wang.
Rob Roy Purdy was a Chaucerian scholar and leader in student affairs during his long career at Vanderbilt. He demonstrated compassionate commitment to the holistic education of our students, a sense of humor, and the embodiment of our institutional values for faculty, students, and staff. This award was established in 1979 to honor the Senior Vice Chancellor Emeritus. The recipient of this award joined the Miller Lab during the first semester at Vanderbilt, and since has been developing a new antibody modeling protocol to expedite vaccine development and increase vaccine effectiveness. As a member of Vanderbilt Student Volunteers for Science, this student has developed the entire robotics curriculum for the organization. For their unselfish service, we'd like to congratulate Pranav Kodali, this year's recipient of the Rob Roy Purdy Award.
The Susan Jung Award is given by the Asian American Student Association and South Asian Cultural Exchange to honor an undergraduate, junior, or senior in the Asian American community who has shown outstanding commitment and passion to Vanderbilt through cultural and/or political education. The award honors those who exemplify the vision of Susan Jung, who founded AASA upon the principle of unity through diversity in the fall of 1986. Through their work with Mosaic, this year's Susan Jung Award recipient has recruited hundreds of Vanderbilt students to host prospective students from diverse backgrounds and help them find their community at Vanderbilt. As a member of VSG's Diversity and Inclusion Committee, this student has advocated on behalf of international students, created a transfer student mentorship program, and led discussions to improve campus life for minority students. Additionally, they have worked to bring about positive change for the LGBTQ community at Vanderbilt by getting involved in Vanderbilt's LGBT Policy Lab and volunteering with an Oasis Center initiative that predominantly supports LGBTQ homeless youth. Congratulations to this year's Susan Jung Award recipient, Stephanie Wang.
The Thomas M. Vaser Award was established in 1989 in memory of Thomas M. Vaser, a German exchange student who was killed while attending Vanderbilt. Each year, the Vaser Award recognizes an international student who has demonstrated an unusually strong commitment to intellectual life, cross-cultural appreciation, and personal integrity. Vaser Award recipients are typically active in student organizations, community service projects outside of the classroom, and maintain a solid record of academic performance. This year's recipient has taken on a variety of roles, both in and outside of the student organizations at Vanderbilt. They have been a head resident, a VIEW sector, the Career Development Director of the International Student Council, a member of the Student Advisory Council for the Vanderbilt Institute for Global Health, a research fellow with the Cyber Searle Research Program, and a volunteer with Project Cure, all while maintaining a high GPA and committing to learning. For their service to the Vanderbilt community and outstanding academic achievement, we congratulate Kevin Ifiora, the recipient of the Thomas M. Vaser Award.
Our next award was established in 2010 to honor the memory of Casey Carter Bonar. Based on the legacy of extraordinary leadership she left behind, this award is presented annually to a Vanderbilt graduating senior who embodies the unique qualities that Casey brought to the university: leadership, broad collaboration, enthusiasm, passion for campus involvement, selfless service to Vanderbilt, and always dedication to positive change. The student who most exemplifies the sparkling point of light that was Casey Carter Bonar will be selected as the award recipient. This year, 2 deserving recipients have been selected for the Casey Carter Bonar Award. Our first recipient is a strong example of both the selfless service and dedication to positive change that Casey Carter Bonar exhibited. With the backdrop of COVID-19 and racial injustice, our first recipient started a free MCAT tutoring program with the goal of increasing diversity within the health professions by providing free personalized studying advice and office hour opportunities to low-income, BIPOC, and other underrepresented medical students. Through her leadership, she was able to turn her idea into an initiative impacting thousands of students both at Vanderbilt and elsewhere. So please join me in congratulating Stephanie Wang as this year's first recipient of the Casey Carter Bonar Award. Our second recipient also serves as an outstanding example of selfless service and dedicated change-making. They have held multiple leadership roles throughout the Vanderbilt community, including a position as the Administrative Vice President of the Undergraduate Honor Council. At the same time, this student has served as a tour guide, providing prospective students with an authentic account of life at Vanderbilt as a student of color. They've also been active on campus in other capacities, like as a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a member of the Minority Association of Medical Students, and a research assistant at VUMC. Throughout all of their roles, the student has worked to build a network of respect and support across campus while serving as a bridge between multiple communities. Please help me congratulate our second recipient of the Casey Carter Bonar Award, Melissa Kumi.
The William Aaron Pathfinder Award acknowledges a deserving student whose uncommon community service efforts and leadership skills demonstrate vision, creativity, and innovation. Named in recognition of William Aaron, Class of '89, whose own pathfinding has contributed to Vanderbilt University's extraordinary history of service to the community. This year's recipient has demonstrated a strong commitment to service through their volunteer work with the Foundation for International Medical Relief of Children, where they created lesson plans to help promote healthier behaviors for children in the Ashaninka community in Peru. In addition to volunteer experience outside of Vanderbilt, this student also serves on the Undergraduate Honor Council and as a mentorador. Please join me as I congratulate Margaret Reddick, this year's recipient of the William Aaron Pathfinder Award.
बुला देना मुझे हे अलविदा तुझे तुझे जीना है मेरे बिना वो तेरी सारी
How can you be happy when I'm so lonely?
troubled in your life. Oh, I gotta hide my pocket knife. You break me when you call her baby. How can you laugh even when I fall apart? Your stupid love's got me green, so green, uncontrollably. Oh, your girl, she's got me green. You've got me green, green. Oh, you've got me green.
The arts at Vanderbilt flourish in a culture that embraces innovation, collaboration, and cross-cultural exchange. The Best Arts Program Award recognizes any visual, literary, media, and performing arts program or initiative that fosters a culture of innovation, creativity, and overall, the program must serve to educate its audience, to be open to everyone, and provide participants with a valuable and impactful takeaway. The goal of the organization receiving this award has always been to make art accessible and to give students a creative outlet regardless of their artistic ability or experience. They traditionally fulfilled this goal by hosting monthly events where they would often provide art and craft supplies to students in a room, allowing them to de-stress from their midterms and studies and just to take a part in the art of creating something great. Although the pandemic forced them to change their programming, they did not allow this to compromise their core mission. They needed art's ability to bring them together more than ever during these trying times. As a result, the program provided students with a selection of crafts to make, including yarn tapestries, canvases, and wall hangings, and a way to make participants' living space truly feel like their own and to brighten up their space where they would undoubtedly be spending a lot of their time. Please help me in celebrating the winner of the Best Program Award, the Kefi Collective.
It is my pleasure to present to you the Best Collaborative Program Award. The recipients of this award created a program that focused on improving acceptance of different cultures and increasing intercultural awareness on Vanderbilt's campus by providing an accessible platform that highlighted various cultures represented in the Vanderbilt community. This program not only provided an in-depth look into distinct cultures in Asia, America, and Africa, but it also aimed to recognize global challenges and address social issues. Furthermore, this program provided a supportive and immersive avenue for Vanderbilt students to exchange cultural experiences and foster lifelong friendships. In particular, considering the unique situation of the 2020-2021 school year, they addressed the crucial issue of intentionally welcoming and including remote students in Vanderbilt activities. With the challenges brought by COVID-19, many remote students found it more difficult than ever to participate in activities happening in the Vanderbilt community. This event provided an opportunity for remote and international students to navigate time zone concerns and connect with each other through fun activities. This organization shows students that they are important parts of the Vanderbilt community, regardless of their location, and deserve quality programming opportunities that would help them engage with campus life. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipients, iLead and the Bridge Club, for their program, Around the World in 18 Hours. Congratulations.
Using the following guiding principles: humble service, critical reflection, action for global justice, informed participation, acknowledging personal privilege, empathy and human dignity, and personal accountability, the Community Engagement Program Award recognizes service efforts through philanthropy, activism, or advocacy work. The service program must engage the local, national, or global community and have the intention of creating meaningful and sustainable change. The group receiving this award has international programs that use its members' engineering skills to address global needs in low-resource communities. They serve the Vanderbilt community with their EPA Rainworks project. In the fall of 2020, their Vandy EPA Rainworks team designed an interactive green roof space for One Magnolia on the Peabody campus. Their EPA Rainworks project also directly changed the face of the Vanderbilt campus when they were able to better utilize natural resources and reduce energy waste. In general, we empower various communities with their members' engineering skills. Join me as we congratulate Engineers Without Border, the recipients of the Best Community Engagement Program.
The Best Diversity and Inclusion Program Award celebrates an initiative, program, or series that successfully fosters education, discussion, and activity around diversity and inclusion at Vanderbilt. The program receiving this award is a campus-wide, week-long program meant to educate the broader Vanderbilt community about South Asian culture through a variety of educational and social events. Through this series of academic and cultural programming, members of the Vanderbilt community gained a better understanding of the allied groups and individuals that connect endeavors of South Asian programming across campus and the culture, art, and stories that define South Asia and the broader world. So please help me celebrate the South Asian Cultural Exchange for receiving the Best Diversity and Inclusion Program Award.
The Best Health and Wellness Program Award recognizes a student-led program or series that serves to educate, foster, and encourage practices that promote positive health and wellness on Vanderbilt's campus. Bringing together players of all backgrounds and skill levels, the group that receives this award gave students an opportunity to experience the sport with their peers on an organized level. Due to the pandemic, they were forced to cancel travel team events. This allowed them to fully focus on running a fun yet safe practices for students of all skill levels and backgrounds. Due to COVID restrictions mandating small attendance limits, they divided their original hour-and-a-half practice time into two 45-minute blocks, allowing them to maximize playing time for students due to the smaller group size while garnering more total student participation. The variety of different events allowed students to improve their overall games without ever feeling bored with the practice setup. So congratulations to the Vanderbilt Club Table Tennis for receiving the Best Health and Wellness Program Award.
It is my pleasure to introduce the Best Intercultural Awareness Program Award. This award recognizes a program that creatively engages the Vanderbilt and/or Nashville community by fostering international education and intercultural awareness. The program receiving this award is an annual holiday donation drive. This year, due to COVID-19, it was virtual and consisted of a week-long social media campaign that featured various food banks and pantries eager for volunteers to sign up, donate, and support their local communities. The COVID-19 pandemic, among other matters, has deepened the issue of food disparity that is plaguing our country, and to combat it, the recipient dedicated the focus of their program towards highlighting volunteer opportunities available in cities and regions where there are large concentrations of Vanderbilt students. Please join me in congratulating the Mu chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, this year's recipient of the Best Intercultural Awareness Program. Congratulations.
The award for Best Interfaith Program recognizes the efforts of programs that successfully bridge communities by fostering interfaith dialogue, interfaith literacy, and/or cooperation that results in service to the campus or larger community. This year's recipient continued virtually in its tradition of holding bi-weekly dialogue dinners throughout the entire school year, hosting one of the most engaging, transformative, open spaces for discussion that exist on Vanderbilt's campus. Their dialogue-centered programming is extremely effective in breaking down barriers between different populations of students on Vanderbilt's campus who normally self-segregate. Please join me in congratulating our last award recipient of the evening, the Vanderbilt Interfaith Council.
Hi, my name is Melissa Kumi, and I had the privilege of working with Dean Bandis during my tenure as president of the Undergraduate Honor Council. During one of our general body meetings, Dean Bandis attended to celebrate the work another faculty member had done with the Honor Council. When he gave his speech, Dean Bandis said that he was grateful to share in the efforts to better the Vanderbilt community. I will never forget those words because they reflected the character of Dean Bandis. He is a man of great renown that celebrates others before himself, whether that be students, faculty, or staff. He has worked tirelessly to uplift the voices of all students to foster a community of respect and support across campus. Thank you, Dean Bandis.
Dean Bandis, Joseph Williams here. I'm so excited to hear about your retirement, but sad at the same time, because as I always tell people, I feel better about Vanderbilt's student body and the graduates that graduate there every year because Mark Bandis is their Dean of Students. Thank you for your friendship, thank you for your years of service, and thank you for how you invested in me, not only as a student, but as a person and as a leader that has been formative to who I am today.
Hi, Dean Bandis. Mary Claire here. I just want to congratulate you on such an amazing career that you've had at Vanderbilt, and I know everyone is so sad to see you go, but I just wanted to take a moment to thank you for what your involvement in my formative years in college meant to me. You know, I know that we got to work together a lot through VSG work, but not only were you supportive and an ally to me in that role, but just as a young person in general, I felt like I had you as an ally, and that just means so much to me. And I know that I was just one in a very, very long line of students whose lives you've touched, and I just can't express enough how much that means to somebody in such a pivotal and formative part of their lives. So thank you so much for all that you did for me and for the many, many students at Vanderbilt. You're going to be very missed, but we all love you, and I'm so excited for your next chapter. Congratulations again on such a wonderful, wonderful career.
Hi, Dean Bandis. If you're seeing this, that means you are likely out or on your way out of Vanderbilt. And so I just wanted to take a few seconds to sort of describe how you impacted my time at Vanderbilt. I think the thing that I think most about in this reflection is sort of just your patience and the patience that you had with each of us students, and I know that patience was extended to the staff as well, and how much that meant to me. I think I was not easy at Vanderbilt, and a lot of the staff will remember that, and I am super appreciative of the grace that you extended me and that a number of others extended me that allowed to sort of grow into myself and explore the different leadership styles that I could exercise, and even sort of the patience you had with helping me through some of the thornier times that we went through. I know there was one meeting, particularly when I was Speaker of the Senate, that we were pretty nervous about, and instead of sort of you or Clayton taking over that meeting, y'all trusted me to run that meeting, and it went out very well. And I think I got a lot of credit for that, but I think you guys deserve a lot of credit for that as well. And so as you go into this new season of your life, I know you're going to take that patience with you, and I hope the best for you, and I hope the best for your family, and I hope I get to see you again soon. Don't be a stranger.
Hey Mark, it's Kyle, and I just wanted to say two things. First, I wanted to say thank you for your many years of service to the whole Vanderbilt community, and also for being a mentor to so many students who have come through over the years. I'm really grateful to be among them and to count you as a mentor and friend. I want to say congratulations on your first move-out day in a long time, and for the next chapter in your life. May it be a happy retirement, and I look forward to seeing you down the way.
Hey Dean Bandis, this is Jamie Cox. I graduated in the class of
2018 and had the pleasure of working with you as VSG president my senior year. And I just want to say how grateful I am to have been a student during your time as dean. You were so caring and so loving and so passionate about serving students. I remember the first week we got into leadership in VSG, we had a crisis on campus, and you brought my team in and comforted us and told us that we could do it. And this had a really positive impact on me because you helped me believe in myself as a leader. And so I'm sad to see you go, but wish you the best. And I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to work with you.
Dean Bandis, just wanted to wish you a congratulatory celebration after 27 wonderful years of service to Vanderbilt. As a former student body president and longtime friend of yours, I couldn't imagine Vanderbilt without all the work and time that you spent with the students, caring for the community and making it a better place. My experience wouldn't have been anywhere near the same without you, and I'm sure there are countless others who feel the same way. May the next few years be full of joy and some peace and quiet, hopefully for you, without late night phone calls and early morning adventures. Take care and enjoy your retirement.
Congratulations, Mark! You have achieved what so many others only dream of, having a truly significant career. You've dedicated yourself for decades to the students of Vanderbilt, and I am so grateful for the impact that you had on me as an individual, as well as on generations of Vanderbilt students, past, present, and future. I found my passion for higher ed and ultimately my career through my experiences in VSG, and I am so grateful for the mentorship and guidance that you provided me during that formative time in my life and the many years that followed. As you close this chapter, I hope you are tremendously proud of your lasting legacy, but also that you really learned to lean into retirement because you certainly earned it. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mark, on your very well-deserved retirement. I want to thank you for your long-standing and unfailing commitment to Vanderbilt University and our students. You have been a passionate advocate for the student experience for so many years, and you've overseen so many vital initiatives that have really bettered the lives of our student community. It has been a privilege to work with you for the last decade on so many of those great initiatives, like the Project Safe Center and the Center for Student Wellbeing and the Student Care Network. And you have certainly been a mentor and a friend to me, and I'm very much looking forward to continuing your work and your legacy within the Dean of Students. We will miss you. I know the students will miss you, the staff will miss you, but you've left an indelible mark on student affairs at Vanderbilt, which will not be forgotten, and we will continue to capitalize on all the great foundations that you have laid for us to move Vanderbilt and the student community forward. Congratulations again, best wishes, and we will miss you.